man, that's a lot of damage. Let's get to these crazy videos.
This construction worker was somehow dangling for above the entire city.
You'd think to yourself, how can something like this happen? You know, there's a guy hanging 120 to 150 feet, suspended from what looks like the line of a crane that's hoisting up some sort of air conditioning unit. Now, I read the comments, and thankfully, this gentleman was okay. He was lowered to safety, no injury. And this is just insane. Now, even though he wasn't injured, thank goodness, you still hope that the construction company had the work comp policy in place, because this gentleman could suffer some mental anguish or distress from this incident, cause him to miss work, and a work comp policy would replace his income, help him see any doctors for any mental care that he might need. But that's just insane. You also hope the construction company put some safety precautions in place or safety training to ensure that something like that would never happen again. Now, this is one that is probably more common. Luckily, there was nobody standing behind this skid steer loader. A piece of equipment like that is easily $80,000. The trailer could be a good $15,000 to $18,000. It's a nice trailer. It looks like it wasn't stabilized properly. This gentleman started driving the skid steer onto the trailer, and the trailer started rolling backwards. Again, thank goodness nobody was standing behind. It looks like there's damage to the trailer, potentially a business auto policy, depending on, I can't tell if it was attached to the auto at the time, but you hope that the contractor had coverage in place there to repair that damaged trailer. Of course, if the skid steer was damaged, in the marine policy to protect that one. Hey guys, my name is Mike. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Fusco Orsini & Associates, headquartered in San Diego, California, serving business owners all across the country and providing struggle-free insurance and risk management services for busy construction industry pros just like yourself. Now this one, beautifully custom-made countertop, 4 gentlemen lifting it to attach it on top of what looks to be a custom cabinetry, and they drop it and it breaks into pieces. I don't know what material that's made of, but that countertop could easily cost north of $10,000. The cabinets were damaged. They'd have to be replaced, custom-made, easily $20,000. There's $30,000 in damage there that happened in a split second. Hopefully a general liability policy is in place here. Professional liability if the carrier deems this to be faulty workmanship. Things like this happen all the time. We hear about them constantly here at our insurance agency. If you're not in the business of helping clients with workers' compensation claims, you would never know how often ladder injuries happen. Ladder safety is so important. Now, this gentleman looks like he was okay, fell down, got up, he was smiling, thank goodness. Doesn't look like a tall ladder. We had a situation where the client had an employee on the 4th step of a ladder, awkwardly step back and somehow shatter his heel. The work comp claim was over $1 million at the end of the settlement. He had multiple surgeries, couldn't work for a number of years, so there's income replacement. He also had some mental anguish because his inability to walk, over $1 million just from an awkward step off, a 3rd or 4th step of a ladder. Again, looks like this gentleman was okay, but that's something that we commonly see at our insurance agency. Now here's another one involving a piece of equipment that wasn't properly stabilized. A crane toppled over. Looks like it was hoisting, looks like a concrete overpass or some sort of part of a bridge or overpass. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. I mean, those cranes are a fortune. It looks like it was pretty heavily damaged, could have been destroyed. The piece of material that they were hoisting, heavy concrete material like that, could have been precast. I mean, this is easily hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage. Hopefully no one hurt. The last one we're gonna look at is a piece of equipment while in transport. And I hate to laugh about this, but you would never think someone driving a truck would have issue judging the height of a bridge. But this gentleman drove a huge piece of construction equipment right into the bridge. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage to the piece of equipment, which hopefully was covered on an inland marine policy. I can't tell if there's any structural damage to the bridge, but there's obviously some sort of damage because that's a huge piece of equipment. So as you can see, these types of things happen. You read about them, you hear about them. You might not think it could ever happen to you, but as we saw with that gentleman hanging hundreds of feet above ground, the gentleman who fell off a ladder, the countertop that broke, these are things that happen all the time. You have to make sure that you provide proper safety training to your employees and your team. Also have the right protection in place in case something does go wrong so that you're indemnified by an insurance policy to make sure that the loss doesn't fall on your shoulders. If you enjoy our videos and they're helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe, and we hope to see you soon on another video.